a white American guy coming into the country? Did you?
No, I haven't been. I think some of the reporters try to say that sometimes, but if you watch the movie, it's clear that I wasn't some white savior. If anything, the children of Sudan saved me.
How was that? Tell me a little about that.
The children gave me a purpose. I wasn't always a good person in life, so I believe probably the only good thing that I ever done and stuck to doing was helping the children of Sudan, which turned into not just helping children of Sudan, but helping children around the world.
It also was unclear to me how it worked out, the sort of initial cost to your family. You were in danger of losing your home, but it said in the material that you're still in the same home. So how did that all work out?
I actually had a foreclosure note on my home. They were taking the home. This was a number of years ago. I lost my son. My son was killed. I mean, everything in the world was falling apart. But I never gave up on God. And see, that's the whole thing to the key of being successful, is don't give up on God. Even in the middle of a storm, when everything's falling apart, I never gave up. I stumbled. I might have fell down on my face, but I always got back up and kept going on.
It appears from the movie that you've engaged in some warfare violence. You said, I watched an interview with you where you said sometimes you're called a mercenary. How do you reconcile that?
I always tell people I wished I was a mercenary. They make a lot of money.
Well, how do you reconcile the violence with your faith?
You got to remember the movie was amped up. Okay, naturally it was amped up. It was Hollywood, but at the same time, I'm not trying to condone violence. I'm not trying to say what I've done was ever proper or right. But I will ask you this: you have children?
I do.
Somebody took your child. Would you want me to bring your child home?
I would.
Okay, that's what I do. I rescue children.
Your dad was a Marine. I don't know if he's still alive.
He was an Indian Marine.
So, and I believe he was a person of faith as well?
Absolutely, yeah.
Did he ever talk about that and how reconciling being a soldier with being a...
No, my dad brought us up to always take a stand and take up for people that couldn't fight for themselves. Yeah, I mean, he brought us up like that since a small child.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, bless you.
Did you ever expect your life to be on the big screen like this? And how did that ever come to pass?
It all started from NBC Dateline. I was featured on there in '05, and that's how everything got started. But I never suspected this to ever happen. But I thank God that it gives me an opportunity now to speak out my faith. But not just speak out my faith, to let people know why these children are dying. And that's because of the president of Northern Sudan, Bashir. This man has caused a genocide, and that's what I want every reporter that I talk to realize. He's still in office, and there's thousands of children dying.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, let me just ask you, how many children are in your orphanages now?
I have 179 children that are on my projects in Uganda. I have homes in Uganda. I have children that's going to university, plus the children on the orphanage also. Now, we just started work in Ethiopia. I hope to increase more feeding programs in Ethiopia over the next few months.
So how many staff do you have that are working at all of these?
In Sudan and Uganda, we have 56 people that's on the payroll every month. That's not including the people we have here in the U.S. in our office.
Great.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.